The Indiana Fever announced that star Caitlin Clark will be out at least 2 weeks with a left quad strain. Clark reported some pain in her leg Saturday after the team's loss to the New York Liberty. She subsequently underwent an MRI and was diagnosed with the strain on Monday.
Caitlin Clark will miss at least 2 weeks with a left quad strain. Wednesday's game at the Mystics will be the first game she's ever missed, college or pro here. Clark leads the W in assists this season, and the Fever, they now face a critical stretch without their star.
Caitlin Clark is injured. Ticket prices are crashing. The Indiana Fever are stumbling. The WNBA is on edge. What if she doesn't come back this season?
We were told that Clark was not seen in the open portion of practice by reporters who are on the ground there, so that's something we'll keep an eye on too as she makes her way back from this injury.
You see, this isn't just another injury story, it's a reality check. Clark's absence is exposing holes in Indiana's roster, breaking the momentum of a league riding her hype, and making people question just how stable the WNBA's current growth really is. Fans feel it, the media sees it, the numbers prove it.
And so they said after her injury was announced, so check this out, the game on June 7th, the tickets were originally $86. Same seats, now $25 after her injury announcement. That's a 71% drop in price.
Here's the deal. When Caitlin Clark was expected to play against the Chicago Sky, tickets averaged $86. The hype was so real that they moved the game to the United Center just to handle demand. Then she was ruled out with a quad injury, and boom, prices dropped to $25. That's a 71% drop, confirmed by TickPick.
Well, Malika, what we've been told so far by the team is that this is actually an injury that was separate from the quad tightness issue, as Caitlin Clark described it earlier in the preseason, that she dealt with before. So it's a little bit of interesting situation given that it was the same leg, but the team is saying it is actually a new injury.
See, this matters because people weren't just coming to see a basketball game. They were coming to see Clark. That whole stadium change was made for her. And without her, that buzz evaporated. The seats were still there, but the magic wasn't.
WNBA, they're having troubles with tickets now because I think Caitlin Clark is out for what? How many weeks is she out? She's ruled out for the June 7th game. That's when she was supposed to meet up with Angel Reese again.
And it's not just that one game. The next 5 Indiana Fever matchups have seen average ticket prices fall from $137 to $80. That's not a coincidence. People plan trips around watching her live, so she's the reason why people want to watch.
People wanted to hate because why? You had a bunch of players in this league that watched this young white girl come along and take the league by storm. And they resented it because they saw the marketing prowess that she had. They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl.
In fact, one fan, John Kopecky, was flying in from Colorado. When Clark got ruled out, he backed out. No Clark, no trip. Rachel Demita said it best. We've seen fans saying they don't want to watch if she's not playing. And she's right. This isn't about being fair. It's about value. Clark's presence brings it. Her absence costs it. So now, the WNBA is getting a taste of the downside. Clark isn't just a star rookie. She's the ticket, the league's main attraction. And without her, demand is shrinking fast.
Became the first rookie with at least 25 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds in a playoff game. That was Caitlin Clark. Became the 4th different rookie to play all 40 minutes in a playoff game. That was her. I'm looking at other things. 6 different league television partners. This is last year. This is last season because this is Caitlin Clark that we're talking about. 6 different league television partners set viewership records that year, her rookie year, for its highest viewed WNBA game. Do you know every one of those games included the Indiana Fever?
Let's look at her influence. I mean, the first game Clark missed said it all. The Fever lost to the Mystics 83-77. On paper, that's a manageable score. But watching the game, it was different. No rhythm, no pace. The offense felt stuck. They didn't look dangerous. They looked confused. Sydney Colson had to step up as the starting point guard. She finished 2 of 7 from the field. She had 3 turnovers, 5 fouls, and missed all her 3-point shots. Just 4 points in 31 minutes. Colson's a veteran, but she didn't look ready to lead this group. The team struggled across the board. 0 transition points. Aaliyah Boston, their anchor, only took 5 shots. That's the same Boston who's been dominating the glass all season. Sophie Cunningham summed it up. This was a gut punch. Coach Christy Sides didn't sugarcoat it either. She said, "Our pace was different without her." That was obvious. She called it an opportunity for growth, but right now it's pain before progress. It does just stop there. The Indiana Fever just dropped another one, this time to the Connecticut Sun. That's 2 straight losses without Caitlin Clark on the floor.
Indiana led the league in attendance both at home and on the road. The Fever averaged 17,035 fans at home and over 15,000 on the road. 4 teams moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans.
And yeah, they almost pulled off a wild comeback. Down 15 in the fourth, they ripped off a 16-0 run. The crowd was fired up. Aaliyah Boston was doing everything, but with 8 seconds left, Kelsey Mitchell had the ball, took the shot, and missed. That was it. They fought, but the Sun escaped 84-83. This game wasn't just a one-possession loss. It was chaos. Sophie Cunningham re-injured the same ankle she had trouble with earlier this season. Sydney Colson left with a leg injury and didn't return. Clark's already out with that quad strain, and now the guards who were supposed to help hold things down are going down too. It's not just about missing one star anymore. It's turning into a survival situation. You see, without Clark's presence, the team's rhythm is off. There's no real floor general. Boston is consistent, but she's not getting enough touches. The chemistry looks off. They're hustling, they're fighting, but it's all reactive. They don't control games anymore. And now at 0-2 without their rookie star, you start asking, how long can this last before things start to slip away completely? Come to think of it, without Clark pushing the ball, running the offense, drawing defenders, everything looked flat. She sets the tone. Without her, they didn't look like a playoff team. They looked like a team still figuring out who they are. So Clark's injury didn't just slow them down, it opened up everything that's been wrong under the surface. There's no real backup point guard. Colson is experienced, but she's not a natural floor general, and nobody else seemed ready to take the reins. Lexi Hull made a surprising admission after the loss. She said the team didn't even review game film. "We're turning the page," she said. But that's not what winning teams do. That's what teams say when they're avoiding the truth. Instead of a full breakdown, Coach Sides went with a soft reset, individual and small group film sessions. She emphasized fundamentals like screens, defensive rotations, and better passing. It sounds like basic stuff, but maybe that's what they're lacking right now. Stat-wise, Clark is still leading the team in scoring, assists, and steals, even while sidelined. That says a lot. Her 9.3 assists per game aren't just the best on the Fever. They lead the entire league. She's not just the heartbeat of the offense. She is the offense.
Clark was the WNBA's Rookie of the Year last season and a first-team All-WNBA selection. So far, she's averaging 19 points and the league-leading 9.3 assists through 4 games this season. I could give a damn about that last one. I don't care about her leading the league in assists. I don't care about the points that she's averaging because I already know that the young lady can ball.
Aside from this, the Fever are relying too heavily on aging veterans. Their bench is thin, and when Clark's not on the floor, those flaws get louder. There's no depth, no real secondary playmaker, no reliable third scoring option. That's a problem. Even when she's not playing, Clark's presence is hard to ignore. She was on the bench during that Mystics game, acting like an assistant coach. At halftime, she even argued with the refs and tried to push for a video review. That fire, still there. And the fans noticed. Clark was still signing autographs, still interacting, still giving people a reason to show up. Coach Sides said, "She was that little girl watching this league. Now she's helping carry it." Clark's brand isn't just about stats, it's a connection. She brings out little girls in Clark jerseys, high school boys mimicking her logo threes, families tuning in. People who never watched the WNBA before are here now because of her. So yeah, even when she's on the sidelines, she matters. But let's not forget, people didn't buy tickets to see her on the bench. They bought them to watch her play. Here's something people need to think about.
Can the WNBA keep itself afloat while CC, as in Caitlin Clark, is out?
Clark is estimated to account for 26.5% of the WNBA's economic impact right now. That's massive. When she plays, viewership spikes, merch sells out, road games turn into sellouts. She's supposed to be reevaluated on June 9th. Best case scenario, she's back June 10th against Atlanta, but there's no guarantee. And every game she misses chips away at the momentum the league built off her name.
Guess she has a left quad strain and she's going to miss
at least 4 games is what they're saying.
Yeah, okay. And the fourth and final of those games is the game against Sky.
Now let's say she's out longer. What if she misses half the season? What if this quad injury lingers? What if she's never quite 100% again? That's not just a Fever problem. That's a league-wide concern. Can the WNBA keep the same energy without her?
I'm not going to ignore, nor am I going to take my eyes off of what transpires with the WNBA over the next 2 weeks while Caitlin Clark is out with the quad strain. And the reason why is because, let me tell you something right now. I'm not going to go to word hate. I'm not going to be out there like RG3 was saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark or other players hate Caitlin Clark. But I will say this. I don't think it's specific about Caitlin Clark. I think it's what Caitlin Clark represents. See, it's no fault of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark balls. She balled at Iowa in college. She's balled since she's been in the NBA. She came into the league last year with no break whatsoever between the college game and the pro game and did her thing. Ended up as an all-star, ended up being 4th in the league in MVP voting, was the clear winner for Rookie of the Year. No competition whatsoever in that regard. When it was really all said and done, we know what she brings to the table.
Yeah, we know what she brings to the table. So the real questions start to pile up. Is the league leaning too much on one rookie? Is Indiana's front office building a team that can win without her? And if Clark isn't leading the charge, who is? One injury flipped the whole narrative. Ticket prices dipped, team chemistry unraveled, the fan energy shifted, the league's biggest momentum wave paused. Clark isn't just part of the WNBA story right now. She's driving the whole thing, and taking her out of the equation isn't just hurting the Fever, it's shaking the whole league. So now everyone's watching. The Fever needs her back before things get worse. The league needs her back. The fans definitely need her back. This isn't about hype anymore. It's about survival. Will Clark return in time to flip this back around? Or are we staring at the version of the WNBA that exists without her leading the charge? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe for more analysis like this. Thanks for watching.